Alex Wallace here from Wallace Training Systems, and today we're going to talk about how to increase your weekly volume. So what is volume? Volume is basically reps times weight times set. It's how much weight you've lifted. And in this case, we're talking about weekly volume. So here are 4 strategies that you can use to increase your weekly volume. The first one is increasing your workout density. So workout density would be basically how much work you get done in a given amount of time. So if you have, let's say you're gonna hit a bench press. So you might be able to pair that bench press with a dumbbell row. So instead of just hitting a set of bench press and waiting, and then hitting a set of bench press, you can bench press, hit a bent over dumbbell row. That way your chest is resting. You can shorten the rest period and you can get more done per unit of time. If you lift this way, instead of doing something like a body part split, you can probably get more frequency and usually more volume on each body part that you do this with over the course of a week. The second thing you can do is just increase the number of repetitions you're doing with the same amount of weight. Remember, volume is reps times weight times set. So if you get more reps, then obviously you're increasing your volume. That being said, you don't want to just get more reps but less weight, because maybe you're getting more volume, maybe not. It's important to note that when I'm saying these things, this is usually ceteris paribus. That is, all else being equal, or you can manipulate 1 or 2 variables at a time in an increasing fashion to increase your volume. So just getting more reps in with the same amount of weight. Even better if, pairing this with number 3, you can get more reps in with more weight. So that is the third method to increasing your weekly volume, namely increasing the weight that you're lifting. If you're increasing weight, good chances are, and again, as long as your repetitions aren't dropping drastically, you are increasing your weekly volume. This will help with preserving, if not building, some muscle mass. And last but not least, this seems to be the most popular, but it's not necessarily better, although it's an easier way to add volume, increasing the number of sets. So let's say you've been doing 3 sets of 10 for a very long time. Maybe doing 4 sets of 10 will elicit more muscular hypertrophy. It will allow you to get more volume in. In fact, if you get the same weight and the same number of reps, it's increasing your volume by over 30% on that particular exercise. So that is a tried and true way to increasing volume, but again, it's not necessarily the only way. Not to get too far off track, I know this video is about methods to increasing your volume, but I would be remiss if I didn't mention the fact that there is times where you should have very high volume, you should be building volume, and then times where you kind of maybe take a step back on the volume, hit a little more intensity, being more weights, heavier weights for less reps, and basically oscillating between those 2 things. Obviously, if you're a power lifter, if you're somebody who competes in powerlifting like I do, there is a time and a place where you would peak, or where you're basically decreasing the number of reps and increasing the weight so it's closer and closer to your 1 repetition max in order to elicit the response that you're getting, namely increasing your 1 repetition max. But even if you're not somebody that's a power lifter, you should still experiment with some phase potentiation. You should experiment with some times where you're doing a lot more reps and really working on the volume, and other times where your volume's a little bit lower and the weights are a little bit heavier. So again, just to recap, the 4 methods that you can use to increase your weekly volume are increasing exercise density, increasing the number of reps, increasing the weight that you're lifting, or adding another set. If you like the video, don't forget to like the video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to leave a comment down below. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. We appreciate the support. I'm Alex Wallace from Wallace Training Systems, and thanks for watching.